Okay, well, welcome everybody to the October community call for here at Effect AI. I'm Rochelle, if you guys aren't familiar with me, and we have some great updates. I'm going to try to share my screen really quick. Pull up the slideshow here. Make sure I pick the right tab. Here we go. Can you guys see my presentation?
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. Uh, why does that say that says 13 August? Don't worry about that. I need to fix that. So the agenda today, we're going to recap what we discussed in our August community call. We're going to do updates and progress. We're going to give some alpha phase 4 updates. We're going to talk about collaborations, our data platform, and really exciting, I will select 3 members of the audience who aren't already alpha testers to say they're selected, give you guys some codes and get you on Effect Alpha testing, and then we'll wrap it up with what's next for Effect AI. We'll advance here. So quickly, since our last community call in August, our August call, we talked about alpha testing. We had just completed phase 3. We had over 100,000 tasks. We had 44 alpha testers, and we paid out over 250,000 effect. We debuted our new website design with our content refresh, and we shared our white paper. And in it, it had our development roadmap that introduced our long term milestones. So a lot has happened since then. Um, and for updates and progress, I would like to invite Jesse or Jeffrey to
Yeah,
discuss some of this.
perfect. Thank you, Rochelle. Yeah, so I'm gonna be kicking off here with some yeah, cool development updates. There's a lot to cover, so I'll try to cover everything as best as I can. We've just been steadily grinding, on the development front. Um, yeah, Rochelle already talked about it a little bit, but yeah, so to reiterate, our first focus was really building this working prototype, this MVP, so we can kind of introduce the product, get a good feel for the process, work on bringing in partnerships and really define the future and lay a stable kind of groundwork, I guess, for the network. Um, for what's ahead, which is what we've done in the white paper, right? We covered that in our last call. Yeah, that's important for us, not only us internally, but also for the community, right? So we are on the same page of what we're doing and where we're heading. So right now we're kind of transitioning to the bigger tickets, as you can say. We're trying to make the network more organic, more decentralized, more robust. And the first real, yeah, big ticket here is going to be the application layer. So this really serves to jumpstart the whole kind of the app economy inside, the network where applications kind of become these first-class citizens. I think we covered a bunch already in the last call, but it's good to yeah, keep reiterating on it. Yeah, we're going to be setting up kind of a model where data will flow through these applications, right? So, for example, we right now have the Mozilla campaign running on the alpha, and we're going to be looking to kind of encapsulate this into like an application where people can come along and they can stake for a portion of the revenue, right? So that's a cool little incentive model there. So the application layer, what I just talked about, we've really been grinding on this the last month or so, especially, and yeah, things are looking quite good. We're yeah expecting to have it hit mainnet quite soon. So that's exciting, of course. Another yeah big thing on the list, it kind of goes hand in hand with the application layer, is the revisement of the staking mechanics. I already talked a little bit about the application-based staking, where people can stake inside of an application and get a part of the revenue flowing through that application. Yeah, right now we currently have quite a flat incentive model, right? People can just stake tokens and then they get static rewards for it. So we're also looking to slowly transition this into a more dynamic, staking model, right? Where I like to call it role-based staking, where a worker might have a different incentive to stake in the network than maybe a manager node does, right? So we're kind of aligning on that front and working on that kind of hand in hand with the application layer. Next big topic, what's really cool is the capability marketplace. So this actually hit the alpha product already. Right now we have, I think, 3 or soon 4 capabilities on there. Yeah, just a little basic MVP of what it's going to look like, right? So people can take a small little test and they get us to match the right workers to the right task, right? So ultimately, we're looking to expand this also, right? It has to become its own dynamic ecosystem. Where providers can really define what a capability is and how you get it and how it works to match it based on the tasks. So that's a big thing that we're working on behind the scenes as well. We're also going to be looking to close the loop soon for the whole task flow, so the provider aspect basically, so people can actually post tasks to the network. Right now, it's only us basically posting tasks to the network. So we're going to be looking to close that loop, right? So that's very exciting. Then people are going to be able to post tasks into right now into just static tasks, but it's going to be into applications soon once we have the application layer live. Um, and with that kind of comes also an SDK. So you will be able to easily create tasks for certain applications, but also easily be able to build applications yourself. Um, yeah. So that was just a small little recap with some updates and some progress and some goals. And if if there's no questions on this, maybe we can cover the questions a little bit later. I want to hand it over to Mikael for some updates on the alpha.
Hey, all right. Thanks, Jeffrey, for that overview of the progress so far. Can you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
loud and
I can
clear.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear
Perfect.
you.
Cool. So yeah, I'll go over some of the overview of the actual alpha phase 4 that we've been steadily going on for the past few weeks, and still a couple more weeks to go for this phase. So if you guys have noticed already, we posted actually a an article on X about our Mozilla Common Voice campaign that we're going through right now. We've been in talks with them about collaborating on adding to their data sets, their open data sets there for different languages. So far, we've been just doing English, but we will be actually expanding to more languages as we do add more diverse workers that do speak those languages. So I think I did see a quick question from Elizabeth saying if the voice tasks are going to be in other languages. That is a plan for the future and possibly the near future as well. So on top of that, we've done some steady bug fixing and interface changes on the platform. I'm sure you guys have noticed for sure. One of the bigger things was the capabilities that we've added, as well as some other things, some more fixes again with payments and other little bug fixes that you guys keep finding, which is absolutely amazing. So keep that up. We've added some more workers. I think what are we at now, Rochelle? I think we're at 70 something, 75, 76. So we're
77.
77. Okay, that was close. So we're steadily adding more and more workers. Hopefully, we can get to that 100 mark pretty soon. Maybe even by end of year. I know we might be doing some stuff to give some more codes pretty soon, so that'll be really fun. And what else was there? So I went new tasks, capabilities. Ah, yes. So you guys, on top of seeing the Mozilla campaign, I think you guys have been seeing some more um, kind of music-based tasks, and that's another thing that I might touch upon in a couple more slides. But we've been adding some more diverse, different tasks to the platform to kind of test you guys out and to test out some other features of task templates that we're adding as well. But I'll touch upon that in a little bit. I think I think that's it for the updates. Did I miss anything, Rochelle? I
Yeah,
don't
one
think so.
second. So, you guys were asking about a time limited capability, right? So, some of you are familiar if you've been on our old platform back when we were on another blockchain. We used to have some fun um, tasks, and you would get like something seasonally themed, a really cool. What did we call those? What did we call those before?
I'm not
Where you
sure.
had
Qualifications, I think. That was the
Yeah.
qualifications,
term, right?
yes. Yeah, so we've done some in the past. There was a pirate one. There was some other cool themed ones, and they were really fun. So we thought we would bring that back this time around, and we have a new capability called Halloween Spirit. So kind of you're going to be able to trick or treat on the platform because Halloween's this Friday. We all love Halloween. So it's a real fun one. You'll see that debuted, and you can get the Halloween Spirit capability. So, oh yeah, I see in the chat you guys love it. Yes, Elizabeth, this was fun. So that's what we've decided to bring back for this, just for some nostalgia and some fun, and also to get everyone familiar with the capability marketplace. Um, so it's a great one. We have that today, and I'm excited about it. I hope you guys enjoy taking this Halloween spirit quiz um, because it should be a lot of fun. So, oh, the next slide, Miguel, we have our stats.
Oh, perfect.
Here we go. I'll let you go
So,
through that one.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, so in this past phase, we've done a bunch of sentences already for again the Common Voice dataset. So we've created 25,000 new sentences to add to the dataset, as well as we've validated a bunch of those. I know obviously the validation number is less, and that's just because um, as we internally validate and we validate with you guys, not all of the sentences will be able to move through, but that's part of the validation. And we did start also testing out the recording feature and using the mics on tasks, and so that's why it's a bit lower. We've done 5,000 recording sentences tasks and validation tasks on that, as well as we will be adding more recording sentences coming even as early as this week, as we got some good data so far with the recordings. So you guys are doing great. And as we mentioned before, 77 alpha testers, hopefully 100 soon. And the total effect payout so far is we're nearing the 500,000. So that's a pretty cool I guess accolade you could say. So let's try to reach the 500,000, and then the next achievement would be a million effect. That'd be really cool. And I think also in the slide too, you can see we have a little screenshot. If you're not an alpha tester, you can get a little sneak peek as to what the portal kind of looks like before you connect in, and you can see the capabilities here um, that this person has, which is the microphone and the internet speed test capability, which will come in handy for later tasks down the line. as well as we have the English capability and the new Halloween one that's coming out. So if you guys are lucky enough to get that capability, and keep an eye out for some extra Halloween tasks coming by this week, it'll be really fun.
Yes, trick or treat. Now, now, speaking on, these capabilities where you needed to have like microphone and whatnot, we have some reasons why we're doing these type of tasks. So, Miguel, you're up still. Let's talk about common voice.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I've touched on it a little bit, but I'll keep going on explaining this a little bit. So, wait, can you go to the next slide? There we go, perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I was saying, we have put out a little article on X about the collaboration that we've kind of started with Common Voice. If you guys haven't checked it out, I think actually, do we have a link to that? It'd be great to add a link in the chat here. Let me see if I can get it up quick. If you haven't checked it out already, it's a great little read. Kind of explains more so how common or how we're contributing to them, and kind of a little more of what Common Voice is. I think that should be the link to the article if you want to take a look. So yeah, read the article if you haven't. It's a great read. A little more about the data set. So Common Voice, what Mozilla Common Voice is trying to do is they are one of the, if not the largest open source data sets for kind of text sentences, text to speech. They have a bunch of languages. I think, yeah, they're one of the biggest, if not the biggest, data sets for this. So getting the chance to kind of contribute with them and collaborate with them to add our workforce to their data sets, and possibly to do a bit more stuff in the future is an amazing opportunity. So we're really happy to be able to be collaborating with them. Yeah, I think on the next slides we have another thing to talk about. So we have been speaking to some people at Audius in the past few weeks, and we are trying to collaborate now as well with Audius. So a lot of the alpha testers have noticed in the past couple weeks, we've been testing out and doing some tasks regarding some songs and music, and they have been really fun. I don't know if you guys have seen in the alpha chat, but there's lots of ranting and raving about the music tasks. So what we've been doing with Audius so far is we saw a problem where on Audius a lot of the songs that they have don't have lyrics, and a lot of um, the people who use Audius and a lot of the users there are big audiophiles, and they love to have the lyrics for the songs. And so an issue that we're going to be tackling is we're going to try to um, auto generate lyrics for them using some little AI models, and then use Effect to validate those lyrics and push them onto Audius, so that we can have lyrics for those songs. And so we're in a little bit of a collaboration with them as well to try and get a pipeline going for that. And so far, it's been looking really good. The tasks that you guys have been completing are looking really good, and so far the pipeline's also looking pretty good as well. So we're really excited to continue on with that and to see kind of where that takes us. Also coming soon, some tasks for Audius are going to be kind of metadata creation and validation as well. So tagging songs with genres or BPMs or any kind of metadata you can kind of think of. They have a lot of that on their on the platform. So lots more tasks to come, and we're really excited about that one too.
We are, yes. And all of this data, contributing to open source data sets and stuff is really important. And what we're doing with these tasks, the results, they're great. But how does that work with our platform? And so next up, I invite Jesse to talk about our data platform because this is really important, and I think you guys will really enjoy seeing how this works.
Absolutely happy to do that, Rochelle. Like loads of updates and content already covered in this call. It's been a while, I guess, since the last one, so we shouldn't let that much time pass anymore. But yeah, there is a lot more to talk about. Of course, as we've seen, like in the past alpha phases that we've run, a lot of the tasks and a lot of the current use case and like added value of Effect is to create data sets, open data sets for projects and AI, like AI companies to use. And we want to make sure that like next to that, we're of course developing the protocol layer, like the all the updates Jeff just shared. I think we're gonna touch a little bit more on what they practically mean as well. But we want to make sure that we can communicate this well to the outside world, and that we can, yeah, make our products focus, like work for that specific use case. So one of the tools that we're currently developing, like for basically using Effect as a data set creation platform, is the new data platform. We can show you like a little bit of a visual there, I think, on the next slide. So what we're doing here is basically making a home for the common voice data set, for this Audius data sets that we're working on together with Audius, and also some other future data sets. Like there's a lot more use cases that we would like to put in here. Some of you might remember like the Leon data sets that we were working on. I think it would also be an excellent addition here. But what the goal of this platform would be is to have like a home where we collect all these data sets, where we're publicly basically contributing a lot of human data to data sets that make a difference, that are free to use for people in training or in fine tuning their AI algorithms. And yeah, that's just I think a really important element that our platform needs to offer. So this tool stands a little bit outside of the protocol, but it offers like a portal to what happens here. And I think this is also one of the cooler illustrations right now of what our platform is going to make possible, as these really end user applications like this data effect platform. It all is all built on these on the building blocks that are coming out of the protocol. Like when it comes to the nodes that we have, the um, what Jeff just explained, like the app economy. Each data set that's being contributed to can be represented within the Effect AI network as an app that can be staked into by individuals and things like that. So the creation of this tool is also like a great illustration to everyone on what direction we're going in and what's currently possible on the network. Currently on the data platform, we are working on these two sets. One is from Mozilla Common Voice, the other one is together with Audius. And this tool has a lot of like cooler features as well, where it really illustrates that the steps and the effort that go into creating these data sets are quite involved. They can be represented pretty well as like a graph where data basically has an origin. In the case of Mozilla's Common Voice data set, this is the generation of a sentence, like of like an organic sentence that you could encounter in the wild. Creating that sentence, then having that validated, having that recorded, having that recording validated. That's basically one of the paths in the Mozilla Common Voice data set that we currently support. And that results in high quality human generated data outputs that can be downloaded as CSVs or different formats or streamed directly back into the client's platform. So this tool also like illustrates that data flow and how it can be constructed using the Effect AI flow for building apps and building these data, basically, yeah, data graphs. There's a lot more to it, so this is kind of just the surface. But with the introduction of this tool, we are able to share this publicly soon, and also it will help a lot with yeah, working together with new clients, as we can basically show them what's been done before. We can really visually illustrate what it means and how this data is generated. And it also offers a tool for introspection, so you can see how many tasks came out of which, out of which steps, and you can sort of get a trail of the data integrity coming out of effect. So far for the data platform, um, I think next up, um, what what do we got, Rochelle? Is there
Um,
more?
in the slides,
Yeah, the next slide.
we have the community questions, and then after that, it's what's next.
Okay, awesome. I think we can go into the questions.
Okay, great. So community questions. We're gonna do some answers to some of your questions that you guys have posted in the chat. Sorry about that with that puppy. And then we're going to do a live selection of alpha testers. So any of you in the audience who are not an alpha tester yet, stay tuned. I don't see many that aren't. I see one. So, questions and answers from the chat. Let's see. Elizabeth asked, "Will there be voice tests also in other languages?" Miguel, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I just briefly touched on that when I was explaining the common voice stuff. But yeah, that's definitely something that we will be adding in the future or near future is different languages. We're just going to be adding first some more diversity in terms of workers and the languages they speak first, so we can have a good group of workers for each language, so that we can also have validators as well. So it'll be similar to, I don't know if you guys remember the Kraft Heinz tasks that we did back on EOS. Um, so yeah, it'll be a very similar architecture there. But long story short, yes, we will.
Do we know
Um,
already which languages are gonna be on the list?
Um, I think to add on, Spanish is gonna be one of the bigger ones. I think French as well would be a good one, and a couple more of the more well-known languages. And then we will also be in the lookout for people that speak some lesser-known languages. That's going to be a big thing in the future as well. There are some data sets that we're looking into to add on where there are languages that are much lesser known that are really important to get some good data sets and good data on. But I think in the
Elizabeth,
future, yeah.
I think Elizabeth speaks one of those lesser known ones that we'll be looking for. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
We'll maybe in the future we'll post a little list or maybe even like a call to action for people that or for some languages that we're looking for, and then if you know of anyone that speaks that language, maybe we can have some sort of maybe even like a bounty program or something to find some good quality speakers. But that's just me spitballing some ideas there.
And Ali Irhan had some questions about, is there a release date for when we have our final application? What happens after alpha testing? We haven't released like a date. There isn't a date right now because we are still heavily in alpha testing. But when we have one ready for everyone, of course we will let you guys know. Um, and let's go through, see some more questions.
And also we're shipping, of course, piece by piece things already,
Yeah.
like the data sets we're currently doing and collaborations and partnerships we're currently doing are they're all kind of already in there, right? We also have workers that are actually already registered and doing things during the alpha. So piece by piece we're shipping parts and expanding and adding new products and features. So but the real like kind of the real big release of sort of mainnet that will have like significant like milestones coming with it. Yeah, there is no date for that yet. Like that will I think take some time and smaller steps before we have a date that we can share.
Oh, and I see a few questions about what else can be done in our app. Like, can people purchase EFX within our app?
Uh, well, currently, directly in the app, we don't have that functionality yet, but there is. I don't know if you've seen in the app, if you go to your kind of like your profile picture, there's a little drop down, and there's a tab that says trade effect, and that'll just be a quick redirect to, I think it's Jupiter, where you can swap effect directly there. We will maybe be looking into adding that to the platform, but that's no guarantee yet. But that's the next best thing is there's a nice quick little redirect that you can use there. And I think on the actual website as well, there is a redirect as well. I see there's a couple of people still typing.
Yes. And you know what? I don't see anyone in here who doesn't already have a code, I don't think. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to give away too many codes for alpha.
Maybe we add those codes to a bigger giveaway on socials.
We may do that. Oh yeah, Lieben, I'm sorry, that was Lieben's question about buying effect.
Oh.
Sorry, man. Wanted to be recognized there.
Anything else
Okay.
here?
Um, so
Yeah.
I was gonna award codes to 3 new alpha testers who were in the audience, but I don't see very many. I don't see anyone, I don't think, that has a code. So if
We've been
your
giving out so
name
many.
doesn't show up in orange, because if your name's in orange, that means you're already an alpha tester. DJ's name doesn't show up in orange, but he has a DAO role, so it's higher than the alpha tester. So Discord always shows your highest role. But what I was gonna do was say that the first 3 people who weren't an alpha tester, if they typed a certain word in the chat, they would get a code. Um, the word to get a code is alpha. Um, but I think everyone in here already has a code. Yeah. Bash, you're about to get banned from the platform because like you're the top worker.
Or
Yeah, all you guys.
you know what we can maybe do is for the codes, once we post this on YouTube and on socials, whatever, if there's anyone that comments in the comments, if they comment alpha, then we'll get in touch and we'll give you a code.
Yeah, there we go. If you the first 3 people to comment alpha in the comments on this once we post the video, that means that you have watched most of all of it already. Yeah, you'll get a code. I'll watch out. Just ping me.
You'll get a code
But I'll watch
automatically.
for that. We go. DJ has like the alpha of all alpha codes.
He has the
So
gauntlet.
yeah. Crypt Keeper says that they're reading up on Audius. Yeah, really cool platform. So
Yeah, kind of. If you don't know
I'm
about
glad that
Audius, they're basically just a decentralized, almost like a Spotify, but
yeah.
on the blockchain. It's really really cool what they're doing. Everything's decentralized, all the music and everything. It's free to post on their platform. Um, yeah, they're doing some really amazing stuff, and they're still building.
And some of the songs that we did, the lyrics for and stuff, I thought they were catchy. I was listening to them.
Yeah,
And they were pretty catchy.
there's some good stuff on there. I think even Skrillex has been posting on Audius or posted previously, so there's some big names on there too.
Skrillex is good for like house cleaning music. I can tell
more more
you
rage cleaning.
that. Yeah. Okay, I know most of you guys are wondering what's next for Effect AI. You guys are always asking questions about things popping up in the future, what we're going to do next, when we're going to release what, can we get dates for this or that? So, what's next? I'm going to hand that back over to my team. Um, and we can talk about what's coming next. Who wants to pop
Yeah,
up and do this
there's a
one?
lot to talk about. We can go maybe around. Uh, I think a lot of the things we discussed here up until now are very, like we covered a lot of what's going on currently. As you can see, a lot of the efforts is going into getting these data sets on the platform, getting a nice application out there to make sure that the data sets are visible and we can share them and you can like see and download them and use them. So that's one of the big updates coming up where you can explore the data sets, you can see who we're working with, you can see how many data flows through and how to access that data as well. Um, but next to that, of course, also we're always on the lookout for adding more and new data sets. Like we have a really good flow now. The current features in our network are able to support quite a big variety of data sets. So that's also something we're actively working on. And I guess it's one of the more important elements there to get like real use cases running on the network and to get more of them coming in. Like when yeah, that's definitely something we spend a lot of time and energy on to find them and get them on board. So if you guys have any like data sets in mind or have like good ideas, like I know we have had great inputs before in like for example for the Leon collaboration we did before, stuff like that. I think it's a good time now that to share them and the team can yeah look into it, see what kind of collaborations are possible, and build out these data set pipelines that can run on the network directly. But I think the more exciting stuff, like the bigger stuff, is kind of what Jeffrey already was talking about when it comes to the application ecosystem. Um, and that is yeah, the cool part there, of course, is that we're gonna allow people to basically discover and list applications within the core layer of the network, and it will be able to like any user will be able to see them and also participate in them by, for example, staking tokens. um, and all of this is sort of coming together in a completely new technical release of the platform. I don't know if I don't think we're going to go into any details there yet, but this is a quite a big, yeah, a really big change. I've seen some Rust code being committed into our code base recently. If you were paying attention, you would have seen that as well. Don't know if you want to highlight a little bit, Jeffrey, of what's brewing on the like peer-to-peer layer of the platform and how that connects with the application layer and stuff.
Yeah, I can touch upon it a little bit. I mean, you covered a bunch of it already, but yeah, we're basically looking to make the network, the protocol, the core protocol, more robust, right? So first, the first iteration, the MVP was built in TypeScript, of course, and we're now looking to transition it a little bit to the Rust ecosystem. Mostly because yeah, the foundation is a much yeah is much better in Rust than it is in the JavaScript ecosystem. Yeah, so expect we can expect a much more robust and stable protocol basically for people also to build on later. So these things are quite important. Yeah, as the network kind of organically grows, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of things, but I have to kind of bite my tongue a little bit. I cannot say too many things, so I will leave it at this for now. But expect yeah, some cool new exciting features, technical features to come out in the next community call.
DJ has a good
Exciting,
question
yeah.
here.
So
He says Leon
that's
was put on pause until Effect was ready, so Effect's ready if he sends dataset peoples our way now?
yeah, yeah. That's exactly the Leon project was paused indeed for a bit. So I was definitely hoping to reach out, DJ. I think this is a good time, and yeah, would be great to work with them. I'm out of. I guess we need to revisit a little bit where their data set is currently at, if they still have the same initiative running. But I was hoping to pick up that contact and see what we can do. So if you're still, yeah, that would be an amazing one to pick up if you're still around their Discord or even in touch with the same person. I think it would be nice to pick up the conversation. Indeed, the effect side is ready to onboard more data sets. Okay, I don't know. Did I miss anything else, guys, for what's next? Um, like the things we touched on now are like the things that are coming out soon. So I guess that's what we're focusing on, and there's a lot of exciting stuff there. Like there's yeah a lot being built that that's gonna see daylight really soon. So there's gonna be a nice new wave of updates and things to talk about um, in the next calls. Did I miss anything, guys?
I don't think so.
No.
I know after phase 4 is ended, Miguel and I will have an alpha call, kind of like this, on Discord on a stage channel, and recap phase 4 and everything. And then we're also planning on doing another alpha call before the next testing phase goes over, that lets people know like what the next testing phase is going to cover and what it wants to um, what should I say, accomplish and things like that. So there'll be some more short calls coming here in the future about that. And then also, the end of this week, it's trick or treat on alpha testing. So don't miss out on that.
Right, and there will be more tasks as well, no? Running through the tick and treat and coming week. I
Yeah,
think we got some
yeah.
tasks lined
This
up
week
for the
we
workforce.
have some tests lined up. Definitely a little bit of everything, I think.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I think this
No
was
more
a great
questions,
call.
so I think
Yeah,
covered it
yeah,
all.
I appreciate everyone joining us. Um, you guys really do make a difference. You help us all this testing phase, helping us get out all the bugs. Uh, and when things go wrong or wonky, you're helping us, find what's going on and fixing it and things. And then you guys are also doing great on the tasks. We're getting such great data, perfect results. We're so very happy with it. So yeah, stay active in the Discord with us. Keep providing feedback. I hope you guys look forward to more tasks this week. And yeah, we'll talk soon.
Thanks, everyone.
All
See you
right.
next time.
Thanks,
See
guys.
you.